Nutrition has a huge impact on healthy, balanced menstrual cycles.
I'm Joe Sarah, and welcome to the Umaversity podcast, empowering you with real talk, real education, and real stories from our experts and our tribe of women who've got your back.
Yes.
Our mission? Educating 1 billion women worldwide on their mental, body, and sexual wellness journey.
Yeah.
So join me, learn something new as we build our badass tribe.
The hormones that we have in our body, they are built from the nutrients that we get from our food. So we need things like protein, we need things like healthy fats, we need carbs, everything so our body can produce these hormones. And also these nutrients are, in the second step, also very helpful to break down hormones that we don't need anymore. So for example, if you have PMS and you have always tender breasts and you feel like a lot of irritability and anger before your period, that can be a sign of something that maybe your estrogen is a little bit too high in comparison to your progesterone. Then we need to ask, but why is that? Maybe your liver isn't working in the way that it's breaking down the estrogen. So what can you do on a nutritional level to support your liver a little bit more? Is it things like reducing alcohol, which is, I think, when it comes to alcohol, nicotine, any kind of drugs, I really would recommend for women and womb holders in their fertile years to not do that, not just for, let's say, fertility reasons, but also if you just want to be healthy in your menstrual cycle, because these things I see tend to have the most impact. When it comes to nutrition and what foods are allowed or not, I really don't like this idea of having to restrict yourself or not being able to, like, you're not allowed to eat junk food or sugar or whatsoever. I think everything is okay in a balanced way, but also in a smart way. Like, you need to know how to work with your body so your body can also digest things like sugar or fast food as well. Is it ideal to have pizza in your luteal phase, like before your period? Probably not so much, but is it good for your soul? Probably yes.
What are things that you should avoid or you should actually really focus on eating?
It depends a little bit on your symptoms that you have in your menstrual phase, but in general, in traditional Chinese medicine, we say that when you are on your period, you're very cold, and women and womb holders generally run cold. So you want to make sure that you keep warm, not just from the outside. So please don't wear any crop tops. Where are your socks? And just keep cozy like a burrito. But also when it comes to food in the menstrual phase, you really want to focus on warming foods that really warm you from the inside. So soups, stews, and things that are very mineral rich, because when you are on your period, you are also losing nutrients through your blood, and your body needs nutrients to rebuild that blood again. Especially if you feel tired after your period, you really want to make sure that you eat things like that are rich in minerals like zinc, for example, that are rich in minerals like magnesium, that have omega-3s, which is great to combat those cramps if you have some. So think of your follicular phase as your inner spring. And in your inner spring, what would you eat in spring? Usually, what do you like to eat?
I would eat salads, I think. Lots of fresh new vegetables, I guess. Sprouts, fruits maybe as well.
Exactly. That's exactly what you want to eat in your follicular phase. Sprouted, fresh, anything that just like feels like it just grew from the earth. Lighter foods, because menstrual phase is like winter and cozy, and then you go into follicular, and this is where your body really is going to need all the fresh nutrients and vitamins from salads, from sauteed foods, from, a lot of vegetables, but also, again, lean protein. Like, protein is like a non-negotiable no matter where you are in your menstrual cycle, as well as carbs. I feel like carbs get a really bad reputation nowadays, but we actually need them for serotonin and for so many other things, and for energy in our body. So yeah, but this is the phase of your cycle where you want to focus on like fresher and lighter foods.
So actually you should actually eat protein in every phase of your cycle.
Every phase, every day, every phase.
Protein for the win.
Yeah, protein for the win. This is what I see when I work with one-on-one clients and also with people in my group programs the most. Like, the number one mistake that people do when it comes to nutrition for their menstrual cycle, they underestimate the importance of protein, and they overestimate how much protein they eat. And I think that is like one of the things that is such an easy fix for you if you know.
And do you also eat a lot of protein for your lunch and for dinner?
Protein is so important for incredibly many processes in your body, especially when it comes to hormones. That means that every meal you want to have some protein in some shape or form. And a lot of people are like, what's protein again? And think of it as not just only meat and fish, but also things like beans, lentils, chickpeas. That has also amazing protein in there. Tofu, tempeh. There's a lot of plant-based sources out there as well that are really amazing for you. And then there's also other things like peanut butter that also has a little bit of protein but is more fat. So you really want to focus on, if you look at your plate, no matter what you're eating, if you're having breakfast, dinner, lunch, even a snack, you want to see, is there some kind of component of protein in there? And if not, can I add that? If you're having a salad, for example, can I add some chicken? If I don't eat chicken, can I add some beans? If I don't like beans, can I add some tofu? If you don't like to, well, then you're a little bit, you have to find a way to eat more protein. Then just see, is that enough protein that I'm eating? And sometimes we don't do that. Like, if I honestly, like, I feel that in my luteal phase, in this phase of the cycle, it is especially important that you're eating enough protein. Otherwise you get like these really bad mood swings. You get anxiety. You get these, like, what we label as PMS, which is actually very similar to what from a nutritional perspective is blood sugar dysregulation. Those energy crashes when your blood sugar is really low, then you eat something, you get like sugar high.
That's why
like
we
that.
also crave those sugary things, because we're like, oh, we want a quick fix, right?
Yeah, that's typical one-on-one blood sugar dysregulation by the book.
Okay.
So the way to kind of keep your blood sugar in balance is by things like nutrition and protein, carbs, and fat combined.
If you enjoyed this video, it would be amazing if you could give it a thumbs up, share with your friends, and subscribe to our channel. And if you want to learn even more, join our community. Connect, share, and learn by joining our online and offline events and by subscribing to our weekly educational newsletter. The links are all below, so feel welcome to join our Umaversity tribe.